Hello, my friends. Sit back and let Coco and I tell you a story. Long ago, in the early 7th century, an Irish monk named Gallus traveled with his mentor, Saint Columbanus, to spread Christianity across Europe.
No.
By the gods, Coco, I did not call him Columbanus, but I digress. After years of wandering, Gallus sought a place of solitude for prayer and reflection.
No.
Coco says no. He says a reflection, the image you see, is not just an ordinary reversal of left or right. It's a reversal in depth. What you're actually seeing is the light that left your body and traveled through space, hit the mirror and bounced back to your eyes. The reflection in the mirror is slightly in the past. The light that creates your reflection travels at the speed of light. Oh, Coco, how do you remember these numbers? So technically, you're seeing yourself as you looked a tiny fraction of a second ago. Fundamentally quantum in nature, and in quantum mechanics, particles like photons, which make up light, behave like both particles and waves. So when light hits a reflective surface, it doesn't just bounce off. Quantum theory says the photons interact with all possible pathways they could take. The reflection you see is the result of a kind of interference pattern, where only the photons traveling the path of least time contribute to the reflection. Based on Fermat's principle, this means the reflection is the simplest solution out of myriad of possibilities. Every reflection is the universe's best guess at what you should see. So what you are saying, Coco, is when you gaze into a mirror, you're actually peeking into a quantum past, a mix of probability and light bending through time? That sounds made up, Coco. You have too much time and mushrooms upon your hands. But I digress. Gallus and his mentor Columbanus, oh by the gods, Coco, you got me saying it now. One evening, they reached a dense forest in an area known now as St. Gallen, Switzerland. As night fell, Gallus found a peaceful spot near a river to rest. Oh, that's nice. Now, while praying and meditating, he was suddenly startled by a loud growl.
No.
No, Coco, it was not his stomach begging for the food.
No.
Oh, you want food? Oh, yes, my friend. Soon we will partake in both the food groups, the meat and the bacon. But first, the story. Where was I? Oh, that is right. Gallus heard a loud growl, and a wild bear had emerged from the woods ready to attack. Instead of fleeing, Gallus calmly stood his ground. He spoke to the bear as if it were a friend, commanding it in the name of God to leave him in peace. To everyone's astonishment, the bear became docile. Gallus gave it some bread, and the bear quietly retreated into the forest. Gallus saw this as a divine sign, and he decided to build his hermitage on that very spot. His life and holiness and simplicity attracted followers, and soon a small community formed around him. After his death, a monastery was built in his honor, which eventually grew into the abbey of Saint Gall, one of the most famous religious and cultural centers in medieval Europe. To this day, the legend of Saint Gallus and the bear is remembered as a symbol of faith's power to bring peace and harmony, even in the face of danger. And let's face it, we all could use some of that. Now, according to legend, St. Gallus' spirit remains within the grounds, watching over the abbey, ever vigilant. Some say his ghostly presence can be felt. Oh, creepy, particularly by monks and visitors praying alone in the abbey late at night.
No.
Oh, Coco, I am quite sure they don't feel it in the bathroom. That's disgusting. Anyway, they report feeling a mysterious, comforting warmth, believed to be St. Gallus' spirit offering his blessing.
no,
Coco says that the spirits are the consciousness of those not upon our dimension because energy cannot be created or destroyed, it is simply transformed. Oh, that makes sense. Coco also says one of the most famous features of the abbey is its library, which holds one of the oldest and most valuable collections of medieval manuscripts in the world. Well, your world anyway. The library houses over 160,000 volumes, some of which date back more than 1,000 years. The collection includes the Saint Gall plan, the only surviving architectural drawing from the early medieval period, as well as early writings in Latin, Greek, and many other languages. How do you know that, Coco?
no,
Oh, by the gods, when did you find the time to read all those manuscripts? Over 160,000 volumes. Oh. Coco says whether it is the ghostly apparitions in the library or even the abbey's first abbot, Otmar, that between the spirits and the history, this UNESCO World Heritage Site is not only breathtakingly beautiful, it exemplifies the rich monastic culture of medieval Europe and has continued to influence scholarship, spirituality, and architecture for centuries in your world. And current time, the Abbey complex remains a prominent historical and cultural site, attracting visitors worldwide. Even our explorer friend who filmed much of this footage, he too was eager to experience its preserved architecture and historical artifacts. The library's stunning medieval history and knowledge. Oh, this reminds me of back in our world, the Abbey of the Moors. Beautiful and terrifying, and incidentally, very hard to reach. But that is a story for another time, my friends. As the explorer would say, stay frosty and aware, beautiful people. And if the gods will it, my friends, and Maddog and Coco see another sunrise, we will see you real soon with more tales and monstery goodness. Thank you. Thank you very much.